Hello, welcome to another episode of the Threadlings, a filmmaking production diary. I am Miguel Ortega, and this is Tran drinking coffee.
Hello, everyone.
How's everybody? So that you can see, we're working on the lamest character of all time.
So this is where I left from last week. So it wasn't very satisfying. Where normally I'm able to do a little bit more. Basically, I have a model underneath, and he's got like a bodysuit all over his entire body. So he's sealed in fabric, and now I want to actually make like
The cool stuff.
something much more interesting. So this part was the super sucky part.
We got Ruben and Rob in the house. What's up, guys?
And I did remember that I really wanted to make sure he had underwear.
Tidy whities.
Yeah. Um, as far as his face, I don't know the rest of the body. Did you have ideas, Miguel?
The tidy whities remind me when I was a kid. I used to go around wearing Superman underwears and a Superman T-shirt when I was like 4 or 5, and Superman boots. And one time I got lost at a what is like a Kmart or something, and they kept, they bring you to the front and then start calling your parents, and they kept asking like, "What's your name?" And I kept saying, "My name's Superman," and
They're
they
like, no, really.
no,
What's
really, and
your
I'm like, "My name's Superman," and then they had to call from the telecom across the entire store that there's a kid called Superman, uh, who's found. And I had those tidy whities, and I think it was my father who was there the day I got lost. And she was so mad that not only did I get lost, but that he took me out wearing just red underwears and a blue Superman T-shirt.
Oh, is
No,
that what happened?
well, that's what I would wear because that was Superman's. He would wear the red underwears.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know that
Yeah.
you were with
My father, yeah.
your dad. Of course, you got Superman.
Yeah.
So anyway, all of this is cloth. I know he's gonna have underwear. Um, in the story, it's actually kind of important that when we see these characters, you go, oh, okay, I guess you can see why Cot doesn't want to be like a berry picker. So this guy's a berry picker. Um, and that's why he has really long arms and legs. It's just so they can they can reach the cactus and pick berries. But how do I make that like a thing story wise? What do you think, Miguel?
Make what exactly?
Well, when
That
you
he's a berry picker?
yeah, like when Cot looks at him, he's like, "Oh, I really don't want to do this."
That he looks pathetic.
Yeah, you mean this character?
Yeah, like I like what you're doing there. That you're already kind of like putting like a permanent mouth that looks just kind of pathetic. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I am. I'm just drawing it. So this is a tool you guys see me use like the line avatar. I'm using the line pattern tool. What this does is it allows me to draw over the actual patterns over here so that I know that how they line up. So it's like a tracing tool. So I feel like maybe the lips, I don't know.
So let me answer a few questions here. What software is this? This is Marvelous Designer. Underwear on head. Daria says hello.
Underwear and
Dominique says what's up. Hello. And so he says she loves those eyes.
yeah, so this is where I left the eyes last week. I wonder if they should be smaller. I don't know. But we'll find out today. So I'm thinking like for his face, like I don't know. Sometimes I have more ideas than others. Uh, Usually they don't happen during the stream. But what I'm thinking is,
They don't happen during the stream.
no, they don't happen during the stream. Okay. So I place these points for very specific reasons. That's like his mouth. What do you think of that? Let's have his mouth.
Yeah, that looks good. I mean, he looks happy there. But that's a good thing. You can make them look like they're just like in blissful happiness, right?
Well, I don't think they should look miserable, but they shouldn't look like badass, right? Because if these guys look super awesome, um, then the point of the story doesn't come across.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Let's place these points. Oh, I can't see the internal lines. Okay, so I can see how that lines up. Now I want to curve them. And then I'll draw these internal ones. I'll grab these here because I can't see what I'm doing and just delete that. And then I can see like a misalignment. Okay. All right, so here I'll have that. So you think this is gonna work?
I think it's gonna work.
The points don't quite line up. That's okay. I mean, that's the shape. And then what I was thinking like is kind of creating like these sections. This one will happen naturally because there's a seam there. Okay. And then what I wanted to do, oops, so my tablet is like weird today. Is like trace this out.
I finished your thingy, the ride back thing.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so now I have that pattern, and that's the trace tool, which is pretty cool. It's actually working really well, but hopefully I didn't just jinx that. Okay, so now I have these 3 pieces. I'll place them somewhere easy to deal with, which is over here for now. And then what I wanted to do is also probably cut this out. And just delete it. Okay, so these are probably like really high. And the idea is to turn it into lips. Okay. That have a puffiness.
Bobby R says, "What? Hey everyone, greetings and salutations. What up, MT? What's up?" I've never said greetings and salutations, but I do like it. I do want to use it more.
It sounds cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. So I'll grab these. I don't know how this looks. I'm probably gonna unsew it because I want to do like stuff to his face. So, but I'll temporarily just have this sewn. And it's just free sew.
Is this the latest 2024.2 Marvelous version? Rob is asking, and Daria says, "Greetings and salutations."
Greetings, you guys. Greetings and salutations.
You see, I'm telling you, it's cool.
It is pretty cool. I don't. It is the later version.
It is from Charlotte's Web.
Oh, I remember really liking that when I was a kid.
I want to watch that movie again. That's a good movie for us to watch. You know what? I'm gonna buy it right now.
Why is that good to watch?
For The Voice in the Hollow, because that movie kicks you in the fucking balls, like straight up.
It's sad.
It's super sad.
I remember feeling really sad. Okay, so this is not sewing.
The real question is, how do you spell Charlotte? Okay, there it is. It's from 1973. You know, they try to make the. I remember even the book was really awesome because the drawings on the book were really were really dark looking. Like there's a looseness to them that just looks kind of creepy. You know what? I'm gonna buy this for Isabella.
Okay,
Isabella's my niece.
so I have this. Let's see what it does when I just try to make it larger. this one is stuck underneath. Okay.
Okay, let's find this movie. The 1973 movie.
I'm trying to hide the avatar because I can't get this pattern.
Yeah, Bobby says he loves the drawings. It is the drawings are fantastic. And look now Netbug is saying greetings and salutations.
Everyone's playing along.
Everyone
You
is
guys are
greetings and
funny.
salutations. Yeah.
Let's change this to cotton sateen.
I just bought the book. Bobby just made me buy that Charlotte's Web book. I'm gonna send it to my niece. So nice, these drawings, and I'm looking at them. I'm like, wow, they're so cool.
I want to see.
Look how like raw they look. Look,
I-
I like that.
Was it, you're showing the covers. Was that the girl a big part?
No, she wasn't.
So it's just,
Not in the animated movie. I don't remember the book. I remember the movie.
yeah, I don't remember the book at all because I don't know it. Okay, so that's a little bit better.
So
Definitely not sure about all these cuts on the lip. So what?
no, that basically that movie doesn't exist on Blu-ray. Hmm. So no Charlotte's Web.
No Charlotte's Web.
We bought the book though.
Oh, that's good. Okay, I'm going about this wrong. The way this is cut. I'm going to cut here. And let's see if I can merge this. I can't. Let's see if I can merge this now. Okay. Let's merge that. Okay, so now that's better. I'm trying to make the lips puffier. That's what I'm trying to do. It's not quite looking. It's totally not looking like what I want it to look like. Not quite. So what do you think the mouth should be like?
No, I think that's fine. I'm just saying. I think it looks good.
Should he have teeth?
No, I think there's something cool about him just looking like door. Right. I think that's kind of cool.
What if it's like a donut mouth instead of this mouth? Let's sketch it.
No, I think that's fine.
Yeah, but what if it was just like this?
No.
Like that's the lip. It's just a circle. Like there's a ball for the mouth, there's a ball for the eyes, and there's a hole like how there's a hole here.
I think that mouth you have is good.
No, you don't like the pacifier mouth?
No. Claire, what's up? Mr. Bill. Let's see who Mr. Bill is. Ah, yeah, Mr. Bill. Yeah, you don't want this. Look.
What is that?
It's Mr. Bill.
That's Mr. Bill.
Yeah, Mr. Bill. So he says she likes the shape of the lips. So he had this awesome chicken costume last week. Uh you missed it, Tran.
Yes, too bad. Okay. So maybe just like that. I mean, they could be not too voluminous, right?
Yeah. I think what I like, he looks like he took a bunch of peyote.
Should it be smaller?
No. No, he looks like he's just like completely blasted right there.
Okay. Let's I want to do a couple of things.
Yes, I think these guys, Netbug in particular, we're trying to make them do a lot without us doing a lot. We want a lot of it to be just secondary stuff because they're just like background characters. So yeah, we'll have to come up with something there to make them have secondary animation.
Well, and usually like some floppy thingy. And that's why like the other character had that walk cycle and that tall hat that was just kind of swinging around. So it gives us something to work with.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm chopping up the insides of the mouth. So underneath there's all these pieces. Oops. And that made the top lip fly off because I lose all the sews, which kind of sucks. So let's sew it again. Hopefully there's no issue. Okay, so let's sew that. Okay, I screwed that one up. There we are. Sometimes it just doesn't want to sew like that. Okay. It's getting confused. Okay, so the inner one now. Okay, let's see what it does. It doesn't fly off anymore. But it's more crinkled now. That's okay. His mouth is like really wrinkled.
Which is kind of cool. Like it's like when you're out in the sun all the time and your lips are all fucked.
Well, it just straight. It's doing something weird. It like straightened itself out, and then it got crinkled again, which is so strange.
Do you want? Let me ask you a question about the ride back thing. Do you want them to use this image or this other one? Do you want this one or do you want this one?
Which one looks better?
Not sure.
I just let you pick.
I'll leave the one that's already there.
Okay, so that's his wrinkled mouth. That's fine. I probably made it too large. And let's lower textile density to like 8. Maybe it will do a little bit better. It's okay. He gets a wrinkly mouth. I can make the lips pop out more, but they're not super easy to do. But it's possible. One thing I could try to do is put a crease in the middle. So let's do 1 centimeter in. Okay. And I'll take these lines and just put like a fold. So now there's a fold. I can also put back the leather, which is making the crease really strong. Hold on. So that's the leather. This is probably too strong. But now we can see like the crease a little bit or like a lot. And I'm gonna turn off the internal lines just so I could see what it's doing because I can't really tell. Okay, so there's a slight crease that makes the mouth a little bit more dimensional. Let's see this. What do you think?
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, but how can it be better?
Well, it just needs the other stuff. I'd leave the mouth alone and just start getting the face stuff.
Do you think he should be like with a lot of patterns or like just really loose? So like one thing, I can just layer clone this and see. And let's put this here. So this is cotton sateen. So I use cotton sateen in full grain leather a lot. And let's just add some like air. So it looks like this now.
Yeah, that looks way better. I think the eyes are really cool. He just looks completely idiotic.
So that's his face. Okay. But I feel like I can do something with the mouth. Like, do you think he should have teeth? Do you think he should have teeth?
He could. He could. That is kind of cool.
One tooth?
One tooth is really awesome.
So one tooth like this. Okay. So I'll use the same tool. I'm going to draw that shape so I don't have to guess. Um,
Let's see if we have music.
no, I don't, not sure how to sew it. Like, should I sew it so that it pops out? If I want to do it like that, I would probably sew it um, on something like this. Well, I'll just draw this.
There we go. We got rain.
Cool.
Can you hear it?
I can. You can't hear it.
You hear it.
Let's trace this out. Pattern. Make something like this. No, the way I want to actually sew it though. I think his face is funny. I think he should just have holes for eyes.
Yeah. Like Mayo's kind of.
Oh, Mayo has an eyeball.
Well, you could put an eyeball in there. If Mayo's eyeball, like, if it didn't even move, you wouldn't even notice. The eyeball almost just acts as like a light block. The rain is a nice ambiance. Yes, we actually have rain in our house all the time. So we have a gigantic window from when we made the movie The Nino in our house, like a giant set that acts as a full wall. And then on the other side of that, we have I bought like these gigantic blue lights. It always looks like it's nighttime. And then I have a lightning machine and rain. So our house always looks like it's there's a lightning storm happening outside. It's actually really awesome.
I think I'm overcomplicating. It's complicated. Well, let's just read it. And let's just keep it simple initially. Okay. So I'll sew this. And sew that together. I'll get this flap. That's sticking up. It almost feels like it should just be a tongue instead of a tooth. What do you think of the tongue?
Why the tongue more than the
Oh, because it'll hang down a little bit better.
I mean if it just dangles like that, then putting a tongue could be cool because you get all the stuff in the very end. Like,
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not bending very well. It doesn't have any air. It's like acting weird. It could be because the shape is a little bit small, but it's flipping up very oddly. Let's get rid of this. And how did the tongue come out? Like, okay. Well, now he looks like he has a mustache like this.
That could be kind of cool. I mean, it'll look super stupid, but it could be pretty cool.
I mean, you know, that's kind of the point of these characters.
Yeah.
They're not that cool. Actually want to keep that shape. So I'll come back here. Just make this line. Give it a curve. And then drawing like a tongue shape. I might come back to it because I realize like while I'm doing this is actually harder than I expect. So I'm kind of going slow. I'm like, wait a minute, how does this work? Because initially I'm like, oh, this is not too bad. It's too easy. Okay, let's give that curve. And then remove the curve. I think I know why it is flipping up, but let's see. Okay, so that's tongue. Okay, so maybe adjust the shape a little bit. And then adjust the flow. And adjust the shape. Okay, so that's where the tongue is right now. What do you think?
So dumb.
Is the tongue too low? Does it need to be higher?
No.
Like that is fine.
You give it more roundness at the tip so it just feels more like a tongue and not like
Yeah,
that giant buck tooth.
I can. I'll use the smooth curve. Nice. Okay, so that's the tongue. Does it does it need to be longer?
Could be longer.
Okay. Is that long enough?
Yeah, that's good.
You probably can use some like dimension though, right?
100%.
This is where I had a hard time because then basically I have to turn this into like a cube. And then my brain was like, how do I do that? Um, especially in its shape, like for it to make sense. Okay, so I'll just take this, I'll duplicate, we'll see Control V, we'll place it on top, let's put it a little over, hovering like this, and then I'll try this, extend offset pattern outline, and then this will become the thickness of the tongue. So that's really thick if it's at 1 centimeter. I don't know if that's too thick or not. Let's just try 1. And that's offset as pattern outline, also 1 centimeter, so it's the same. I lost the curve on the inside, which I think I need it. I also realized like my patterns are transparent in its body, so I can do things like this. I'm just bringing back this in so it has like a fold. This will be like the top layer. Let's do symmetric pattern with sewing. And let's try sewing it. I don't know how this is going to turn out because I'm literally trying to make like a floating box. So it can be really bad. Okay, and there's my floating box. Maybe the tongue needs to be like leather. You can see these creases I have here. That's a very crinkled tongue.
It's very
I can do a couple of things. I can fill it with air. I can also just change the fabric property to the leather, which handles that shape better. And I don't know if that looks like a tongue anymore. What do you think?
Can you make it a little bit thinner so it doesn't look like
Yeah,
there's something shoved up his mouth?
I can. I think I have to do it over again. It kind of sucks. Or I can do this. I can put these points. I wish there was like a shrink option. Okay. See how that looks. Another thing is just to put these two back and just put them more air. This fabric doesn't want to do that. Okay, how does this look?
I don't know.
You just go with this one, like a little thin piece.
I don't know. Just let the audience decide with the tongue or without the tongue.
Say with. I just think that the thickness is not working.
Yeah, I agree with that. It just looks like he's got like a freaking salami up his mouth.
Just try layer cloning it and then not giving it the, like. I tried to give it proper thickness, but with some air.
So the votes are in, Tran.
One's like, I like it too.
I like the twos. Rob. Daria says with, but make it less prominent. I think that's what it is. Is it like I think when it's like that, it almost like works better. When it's the other one, it just looks like he's got like I said, like he's eating a salami.
Okay. Hold on. Let me refill this. Move into editing because this is a layer clone, and I want it to be its own piece. I usually have to resew this because when you don't, there's like these weird gaps. So I just do it manually. Okay, then the gaps are gone. Oh, got all like weird again. I mean, this could become a tooth. It looks like salami again. It's like has a mind of its own. And it's being pulled into the shape here.
Or a long lizard tongue.
It's like either flat like this. No, it just has a mind. It's doing something really weird. I don't understand what it's doing. Isn't that?
I think it's too distracting.
Okay. I'll leave it like this. Replace it later.
Yeah.
Or is that too distracting like that?
No, just do it like that. Nah.
Okay, let's go to the eye.
You're in the underwear. The tidy whities.
What I want to do. Front and back. Layer clone over. Like that.
Yeah, that looks great.
He looks naked now.
Well, that's not all you're gonna put on him, right?
No, but
I mean, there is something cool that they're just walking around with tidy whities, but that really is actually pretty awesome.
but what do you do to break it up?
Like I would put gloves on them, big uh not chef, like like the thing, the mitten, like oven mittens. Like I'd give him oven mittens. So then he's wearing a mask, tidy whities, and then he's got boots and gloves. And that's it. And then the rest he looks like he's naked, but he's not. He's made out of fabric. So it looks so weird that way.
Does he need a hat? Like some secondary stuff?
Oh yeah, he needs like
What
a
kind
hat,
what kind of hat?
pointy one, of course.
That's always funny.
They always have to be pointy.
Okay. Let's give him a hat. I actually want to play with the eyes a little bit. Right now they're like this. Maybe it's fine that they're like that, meaning that they're straight. But I'd like to like put some just patterns of some sort. I'm gonna do this like more simply. So I'll just offset a center line. Just a few. And this way I can clone over it. I am worried about this. It could make the eye collapse or something weird. Let's see what it does. Okay, it hasn't done anything yet, but you see there's these creases. I'm gonna save it. I do think the eye could actually collapse. And let's layer clone it. I'll just put it on top for a second. And let's put bottom 16. Make it puffier. Let's give it just a little bit of air. Okay, so the eye did like get way down. Also trying to adjust itself. It doesn't like the show, which kind of surprised me. His eyes are really crooked, which is kind of cool.
That's the best part about it.
Yeah, I know what's wrong. It's the fact that these lines are not really clean. And I think when it sews onto shapes that are like slightly wonky, it doesn't like it. And that's my opinion and why it's not doing it well. Because I made these kind of sloppy, and I didn't come back to clean them. Okay, I'm trying to select all the internal. Yeah. And trim to find an outline. I'm gonna correct itself first. Okay. It's more relaxed now. Layer clone it. Let's just try to keep it like the same material, see how it responds. There's something about these toes. Make it freak out. Maybe what I'll do.
What does layer cloning do? Ask Mafu.
It just clones another piece of cloth on top. So when I have this one, there's still the one underneath, and that's why this one is puffy. So underneath that is like a really tight.
Gives that quilted look.
Yeah, but it copies the shape. And I'm about to break it. And they're linked, and I just removed the link. And the reason why I did that is because I think that it's having issues with the sewing. Okay. I'm going to resew these, and it might correct it or it might not. Let's see.
I was reading a review about that movie Nosferatu that Robert Eggers is doing. They say it's really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like announced as his second project, I thought, but it's taking longer.
Yeah. Probably because it's a bigger budget.
But to me, that looks like a more unnatural successor to
The Witch.
Yeah. Okay, so here's this piece. It's not fighting it so much. It'd just be like a lot of cloth pressed on to itself, maybe. I do want to get the.
Ramafu's asking, is there rain in our area or is there noise? I can't tell. So Tran and I live in the rainforest, and we live up in a tree and down outside.
No, we just have rain playing in the background.
Yeah, we just have.
Just for ambient.
Look at this. Look how I could control the weather. Check this out. Amazing. And now I broke the rain. Oh, there it is.
Okay, so hopefully this isn't jitter.
I do like that someone just stepped in. They thought the rain sounded real. That's cool.
I do listen to a lot of rain sounds. Like when I go to work and it's something that is not tedious, but requires more brain power. I do listen to rain sounds. Okay, that fixed it.
No, that's us actually putting in the noise. So putting in the rain. So we don't want to. I mean, maybe you're confusing. We do have a fan on, so maybe it's the fan plus the noise it's making it sound like noise. William Dafoe always plays great roles. Yeah, William Dafoe really is the best.
I get worried that there's that this is not going to register as black.
Put a put a little thing in the middle, and then just put a black texture black. That's it.
Yeah, it's super easy just to put something in the middle. I'm being sarcastic. It's not. It's not easy.
William Dafoe. Let's see what else. Designing has to be one of the biggest emotional roller coasters. But when it's final results feel badass, I get a little attached. Yeah. Yeah. To live and die in LA. Yeah. To live and die in LA actually shows our house. It's in the film. So we like that movie. Um, not just do I like it, but that director William Friedkin is one. He's one of the best. He directed The Exorcist. He directed what else did he direct? He directed The French Connection, which is great. Sorcerer, which is one of the best sequences in all cinema. The crossing the bridge sequence with the truck, just absolutely incredible. Um, I haven't seen Killer Joe or Bug, but Cruisin' is another one. The Cruisin's fine. I like it, but The French Connection is awesome. Sorcerer is incredible, and The Exorcist is incredible, and Live and Die in LA is incredible. Um, I haven't seen. I didn't see a lot of his newer stuff, like 12 Angry Men. I didn't see. That's not really new at this point, but I really like those other ones. Sorcerer is one. Sorcerer is a movie. It was the follow up to The Exorcist, and the movie bombed really hard because everybody saw The Exorcist and they're like, "Oh my God, this guy makes the best horror movies," and then he makes a movie called The Sorcerer, and everyone is like, "Oh, it's gonna be another amazing horror film."
Oh, the sort. Yeah, when you say sorceress or sorcerer.
Sorcerer.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be like a.
It's a terrible name for what the movie is. Terrible name. The movie's amazing, but it has nothing to do with anything that is genre at all. It's about a bunch of scumbags uh, that all like fled to South America for different sins in their life, and then they're hired by an oil company to transport really explosive liquid from one part of the Amazon to another part of the Amazon in a truck, and if any bump happens, like the truck could explode. But it's so fucking good. It's incredible. But
Is it a good movie?
oh, it's incredible. It's
But
not good. It's incredible.
but uh but it bombed.
It bombed because everyone went in there expecting to see a sorcerer movie, and there was nothing. It was like calling.
Why would you name it?
I'm not sure. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure, but everyone went in there and hated it because of that. Like they were expecting a certain type of movie, and they didn't get that type of movie, so they hated it. Not because the movie was bad, but if you go to Pizza Hut and they serve you the greatest salad in the world, you're still gonna be like, dude, I'm here for pizza. So,
I wonder if it's one of those things like you know how like movies sometimes intentionally market to be something else, and then people don't really do that anymore though because there's been a lot of audience backlash, but where it's intended.
or it's like they're intentionally.
Yeah, misleading the audience in order to get people to the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, if they did do that, that like backfired amazingly on them.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But there's a scene where this truck has to cross this bridge that is like a really dinky looking bridge, like held up by rope and whatever. and it is so incredible, and it's completely practical effects. There's no CG in this thing. It's just a masterpiece. It's a slow burn movie, so if you don't like slow burning movies, you'll hate this film.
Okay, I need to make a hat. So what I did is I just drew black line on top, which doesn't transfer over here.
So the real name of the movie because it's based on a book, it's called Wages of Fear, which
That's the name of the movie.
that's the name of the book that it's based off of, which makes much more sense because they're all doing it for the money, right? And they have to do this thing. It's like imagine you have like a suicide belt on and you have to like run through something dangerous, but if you bump too hard, you'll blow up. That's kind of the movie, right? Uh, so it's all just suspense the entire time. But that makes so much more sense than Sorcerer, especially as a follow-up to Exorcist.
It doesn't. That name makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
It makes absolutely like zero sense. Why would you do that? I still remember that movie though. It Comes at Night, and then nothing ever came at night. And then the audience, the audience was super mad. I don't know if you remember that.
When we saw which one?
It Comes at Night,
Yeah,
and nothing comes at night.
yeah. Yeah, it was a very misleading trailer.
Sure. And everyone, critics really like blasted it for that.
Are we the owners of Gnomon? No.
That is such a funny question.
We wish we were, but no.
Yeah.
Bobby says, really? I guess that you see our house. Yeah, so that movie, To Live and Die in LA, is filmed entirely around the area where our house is in downtown LA. So you see it in the background a few times. So it's like you watch that movie, you're like, oh my god, that's right across the street, or oh my god, that's right here, that's there. But it's I really like it because of that. I mean, it's a great movie. William Freakin is awesome in it as well. Willem Dafoe.
You say William Freak by accident?
Well, that is the name of the director.
Ah,
William
okay.
Freakin is the name of the director, and the actor is William Dafoe.
Okay.
Antichrist is awesome. The William Dafoe movie.
All right, so I'm trying to make a hat.
What's cool is this is William Dafoe's second time in a Nosferatu movie. Because he was in the movie Shadow of the Vampire in 2000, which I have that movie, playing Count Orlok. And he's a great Count Orlok. I mean, the dude looks like the Nosferatu guy for real, right? William Dafoe should have played the Joker. He's the perfect face for the Joker. But yeah, so this is him now in another Nosferatu movie, which is pretty cool. Another really good one is Light Sleeper, the Paul Schrader movie with William Dafoe. He was Paul Schrader wrote Taxi Driver. He directed Hardcore. So he does like these really bleak, messed up films. But Light Sleeper is one of the really good early William Dafoe movies. Came out like a little after Live and Die in LA. William Dafoe's first movie is this movie called Heaven's Gate, which is the movie that like destroyed that entire film studio.
Oh, that was his first movie?
I think it was his first movie, but this is the movie that
That story is interesting.
is incredible. Yeah, so it's first of all, the movie is absolutely gorgeous. When you look at it, it really is insanely beautiful. And this director, Michael Cimino, he had just done Deer Hunter, and he's basically can do no wrong. He's like the hotshot director. He has a total power now. Everyone is like, this guy is the greatest director ever, right? And they give him this insane budget to make a Western. And he makes this movie called Heaven's Gate. And this dude is like gratuitous with it. Like, apparently, he built this entire section of town, and it was a little bit short of the size. So he had it torn down and rebuilt because it was a little off in the size he wanted. It did not matter, right? And he was just spending money and spending money and spending money. And the movie, I think it's like 4 hours long. Like, it's obscene. Yeah, it's 4 hours long. So it's a 4 hour long Western that has like a 20-minute long dancing sequence, right? On roller skates.
Okay, on roller skates?
Yeah, they're roller skates. So they had roller skates back then. And it's crazy. It's so gratuitous. It drags on forever, and the movie bombed hard. I think it was the biggest bomb at the time. It was just like catastrophic, and it completely destroyed the film studio that released it. I think there
I
was art.
wonder how the director responded to that. Reading in this weird hat, it's not really. It's just how it looks
I
like.
think that's cool.
I can give it kind of more volume back here.
Would we want to own a school? No,
It's a lot of
it's a lot of work.
running a school is
yeah.
like extremely difficult.
Yeah, a lot of work. What we want to do, we're already doing it.
Yeah, filmmakers. That's what we're trying to do. Okay, so I'm trying to shape this.
How come I thought this was an RKO film?
I'm not sure if the hat should just be a point straight up. Should I try to get it to lean back? That would be pretty hard to get it to fold back. I'd have to change the shape quite a bit. I can also influence it by reshaping the front here so that it comes back a little bit. But maybe this being like that is not correct. So I don't know the shape of the hat. All I did was match the length for the sew for its attachment. And that's why it feels out of control, because it is. And if I do this, maybe it will curve back. So I don't know what I'm doing with the shape. I'm just trying to figure it out. And then the hat could be, I don't know if you call that a hat or what you call this.
Look how interesting. This is an interesting comment. My parents are doing textile business for 40 years, and I recently started learning Marvelous so I could design our salsa dance costumes, and they helped me great for fitting and giving me tips. You also know any textile, or do you just do things by eye?
I just do things by eye.
First of all, I think it's so cool that you do salsa costumes.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
That is super awesome.
Yeah.
I don't sew in real life. I
She could though. You've altered stuff.
yeah, but I would just don't like doing it, and I'm not good at it. Um, I'm not good at it at all. Go posting too much.
No, but if you were to sew, I think you would sew like Dan Chizinski's girlfriend, Tara, how she like just eyeballs everything.
Yeah, well, probably. I think when I first started learning Marvelous, I didn't know anything about sewing. You have to know some things, obviously, and I just kind of learned as I went. And my understanding is just like, oh, if it's how to cut it up. If it's shaped like this, I'll probably get this, and that's as far as I think. Whereas if you're using Marvelous to make costumes, um, probably all your approach is more practical than mine, I would think, because it has to work.
Yeah, very cool though. Salsa costumes. Salsa costumes can get very intricate.
No, that sounds awesome. Okay, so this is 33.
That's pretty cool.
I just want to resize it to start coming to a point. Okay. You also do things by eye, but sometimes things don't fit. And your father comes like usually under forms. Oh, you know what?
Wait, I want to read that.
You would probably do well in like I don't use this because I don't use it for sewing, but so Marvelous also has a program called Pro 3D, and that is for like real,
For real making costumes. Hold on a second.
yeah, for real things. I recommend you check that out. Whereas Marvelous is like it's more for like people like me, like CG artists. Um, and it's just not practical. Okay, that's my hat. What do you think of this hat? Should it be bigger?
Yeah, I would just let it even like droop down.
Well,
That's
yes.
where you could get that secondary motion, is having this goofy thing in the background.
His eyes are probably gonna do some weird stuff too.
Yeah, but the more these guys just have to be just jiggling all over.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll kind of know the shape that I want to do, which is this curve shape. Let's just try extending it. I don't know what can happen. 49. Around there.
Ours is solely for brainstorming and handing it to the tailor so they know what we want. I'd like to be able to create my own costumes and show them in the future.
I think you
Right,
should definitely look into both really.
right now, we solely focus on embroidery business. Basically, he's doing concept art, like concept sculpts.
Yeah. How did you end up doing this? Like that's
It's his
crazy.
family business. That's
I
pretty
know,
cool.
but it's super cool. You're
40
like,
years.
but getting into Marvelous, I mean, like out of just nowhere. You must be young. I always notice like a lot of the young students we have, they just pick up 3D stuff really intuitively.
Well, the tools are so much more user friendly than they used to be. They used to be a freaking nightmare.
Oh yeah, I mean, you still have that stuff. Okay, so this doesn't hold its shape too well, but I guess it's fine if it collapses. I don't know. That's my hat. I think that's fine.
That looks like a winner.
The shape is a little sad. I think it just got a little long. There it is.
Look at that. If that's not the coolest guy in school.
Okay, that's. I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm entertained by my my own stuff.
Like, what if he had like this like shoulder pad, like you give him shoulder pads, the gloves, and then the mittens, and then make the rest look like he's
Naked.
I mean, he's not naked.
But he has boots.
He's got boots, uh, oven mitts, and like a shoulder pad, like a poncho thing.
I think a poncho thing is cool. Like a thing.
Like the good, the bad, and the ugly.
There's also things to play with on this neck, like in the hat a little bit more. Let's move it over here.
But Rob says adorable, and so he says, yes, so adorable.
The tongue stays. What do you guys think? Tongue stays goes.
Rob says you are known for your headwear. That's the Threadlings is going to bring us millions in hats.
Okay, so let's layer clone the neck. Layer clone over. I'll put it to the side.
Bobby says he's a cutie. Yeah, I told you. He looks playful with the tongue.
Okay, so everyone's cool with the tongue.
Tongue is a winner.
Tongue stays. I do want to see if I can skin him. So I can do boots. I don't know about the shoulder pad that quickly, just because of time. I think the hat could use like stuff. It'd be stripes like this, or vertical stripes like that. What do you think?
Yeah,
Or like this.
a vertical.
Okay, let's do it. It'll be random. I'll just split these. So these will be like layer clone. So, you know, you guys see my technique by now. I just get my basic shape. And then I use these internal lines a lot to help with the quilting. Like what I did with the eye. And we'll layer clone this over. Make this a little bit baggier. And then it gives me something like this. Okay, what do you think of that?
To quote that bug, he looks like a high-class citizen.
High class citizen.
Yes.
I do feel like
I think what So he says is the best. She says, goofy and not depressed sounds like the best of life. Sounds like the best life.
so I do want to give him like a boot. So what I'll do here, how high do you think his boot should be? Like right beneath the knee?
Yeah, totally. He would have to play my boot.
So I need to like draw on this. Okay, so his boot is going to be up to here. Then I'll just internalize this.
Daria says goofy and not depressed at all.
No, this guy is not depressed.
No, he's not depressed at all.
Okay. Let's get rid of these. And let's show the internal lines. I just want to see how they line up. They don't. No, they do. Okay. So I'll cut and sew this. And these will be very basic boots. Although I feel like you would have like internal lines too. So he's like a vertical quilted guy, I guess. Okay.
Can you make hard surface models directly in Marvel? No,
Nah, it'll just turn out really bad.
it's not what this is for.
I think here, I'll grab this and lower the warp, which is a vertical link, to like 106, and we'll make the width wider. And maybe it will, now it will be more quilted. It looks like it's having some adjustment issue here. Sometimes it's just so from the layer clone and it just has to be reflown. It doesn't have it on the other side, which is kind of weird. Okay, but now he's got like socks. And I feel like he needs like a different secondary movement, like not a cape, but like something else.
That's how I was saying shoulder pads.
Shoulder pads. You're gonna have a backpack.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, totally. We already have the backpack. Oh, that's too,
No, it's
yeah.
it's too specific.
It's got to be just like a big old cylinder, right? Like a basket looking thing.
Yeah, it should be on his back.
Yeah.
It should be, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna sew let's do some straps. Okay. I'm just quickly trying to think very quick. It's very lower on time. So this will be my guide for the strap. I don't want to sew it right up to the seam because it always has jitter issues. So I'm giving it some distance from the seam of the pattern. That way it doesn't jitter. as much. I already know how this works. And these straps are not very functional. They're just a design thing. And they're just going to be stuck onto the body. Okay. So a strap like, like this. It's going to be really funny. Okay. And then I want like a basket. So I'll just freehand that. Grab this. We'll create 1 point. Another point here. I don't use a lot of points. Curve it. It is better if these are actually a little bit thicker. When you sew things that are too thin, gets really unstable.
He somehow has a Smurf in his shadow. I guess it looked like a Smurf before. Oh, the hat. I could see the hat as like a Smurfy kind of hat.
Murphy.
Yeah,
That's how Smurfs talk.
yeah.
See, the only thing is like this is shape it on this side. Not as smooth. Okay, let's sim that. It might relax shape. Let's get rid of this these lines because they are in the way. Okay, so that's his shoulder strap. I think they are thin. Just kind of noodling the thickness. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll use the trace tool. Which will give me this. Okay, so this is the front shape. And this is the back shape. And I'll sew this. Let's make this symmetrical. Make it a little denser, a little bit bigger. Go 5%, a little bit larger. Okay, so it's not very big. Give it air. And let's see what happens if I make it 10% larger with some air. It's not very puffy. You might do better if it's full grain or not.
It almost looks like a GIMP now, right?
It's a GIMP.
You don't remember in Pulp Fiction, bring out the GIMP.
No,
Definitely don't Google it.
switch back. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, it can use improvement. Let's give it more air. Maybe it'll be more interesting.
Yeah, you can Google it. GIMP is the name of the freeware Photoshop alternative. So it's been
Yeah, I've heard of that GIMP.
GIMPs are these like this look over. Like the guys in like the whole leather outfits. Remember in Pulp Fiction? You don't remember that?
I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a long
Oh
time.
man.
Yeah.
Netbug wants to know, are GIMP costumes for Halloween allowed at Gnomon? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that's a good idea. Probably not a good idea.
Yeah. Okay. Just for the sake of
Having something.
yeah, finishing this up, I'm gonna leave it like this, and I'm gonna sew a tube.
Nat Tran says that so Nat Tran loves his vibe.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm just trying to give it a back. I also want to do the. Hold on. Let's see if I can auto rig this character. I'm building this. I gotta figure out where this mesh is. But you can entertain them. I look for this. Okay.
Yeah. So the
Where you put the body, I don't know where I put it.
Pulp Fiction is great.
Okay, so here's the other guy.
Are you gonna put this guy in?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Why I built a basket so that these things are moving simultaneously. And the basket is gonna be a very sad basket. Like super sad. That's the body. So for those who weren't there last week, it doesn't have any eyes or anything like that. And the point of this is to actually like make simple characters that we just in their background characters. Let's wait for that. And I plan to sew this onto the back. Put this on the other side. And we'll sew it like that. Okay, so that's not much of a backpack. That's what I have. Let's extend it so it could be rounder. Let's do it. Okay, so it's folded because there's a seam right there. There's a few things I can do. The first thing I would probably do though is just make like a shape here. So it has like a base. And I'll determine the bottom. Like this. Okay, so that's, just half of it. And then I'll do symmetric pattern sewing over here. Sew these two together. And sew this with wrong one. Here. And then this edge, and that edge. I don't know if I have this oriented correctly. I mean, it is. I'm just, my mind can't calculate it because it's upside down. Here. Okay. It's going to turn into a box shape at the bottom. And then what I would do is take this corner and so curve it. Okay. Now the issue would be the length. So here's this 22, 24. That's fine enough. Okay, so now I have a basket in the back. It's crude. It look better. It doesn't have mitten or the poncho, but I think the basket in the back is much cooler. I don't know what you think, Miguel.
Show the back.
It's a super simple shape.
I would have made it longer.
Well, it can go up higher, but
Yeah.
it's going to hit this, and I can't change it. We are out of time, but I'll change it after.
Okay.
So that's the auto rig. That means it worked. What animation? Just walking?
That was kind of cool, the one you just had right there.
I feel it looks better to see it walking now. Oh, he's like got inner penetration. Let's just do a walk. Here's a feminine one.
That's kind of cool.
You don't really want him to walk like that, do you?
I kind of do. I think that's kind of cool.
Here's a catwalk. Check it out.
That's pretty cool right there.
I think so. All right, let's try it out. Can't do the whole thing. Let's start at 0. Let's give it more arm space because the arm, like this character is very, very thin. There's very collision. I just want to make sure the arms don't cut through the body. The legs are really tight. Okay, 24 frames per second. Let's grab this here.
If I looked like that guy and I had that hat, I'd walk.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the mesh. So that's frame 0. And to frame what's realistic. Probably some 80 frames. To 100. Okay. So export O0 as an OBJ. Okay, so that should export OBJ at frame 0. Always has to be the first frame. And then give it 100 frame alembic animation. So I have to get it into the pose first before we can see the animation. These are two different things. Okay, that's pretty fast, pretty light. And I'm going to save this. So it's going to morph into the pose right on top of it. It sometimes doesn't like that. Usually you want to give it distance. So I think what I'll do is I'll pull them back because that's like at the origin. That way it moves forward into the pose. And that usually will just blend it a little bit better. So I'll import OBJ, the first pose. And we'll bring it in as a morph target. He looks really weird when he's morphing. Is that I think I did something wrong. I don't know. I think I turned him to a piece of cloth. Hold on. Check him out.
Why is he falling like that?
I don't know. Let me restart.
That bug says, "Oh my god, the sass in that walk."
Yeah, I really want to see it. I don't know what I did, but when morph targets, usually you can run them one time. In that version, in that instance of Marvelous, and you're running it twice without restarting Marvelous, it can explode. It's a bug. At least, to me, it's a bug. Okay. Am I still on? My computer froze. know,
What?
in my computer, I think it froze.
You're still going. That's good.
Try again. So it froze somehow. From this screen. Okay. I think I don't know what happened. I don't know why he started leaning forward like that. I must have done something wrong. More target. This doesn't feel like he's making into that pose, but falling over. Okay, it's the same thing as last time. Oh, the body's disappeared.
He's just collapsing.
Yeah, he's just collapsing. Okay, that's what happened. He turned into like literally a doll full of air.
That's funny. He's doing literally what his inspiration was, like his dancing those dancing wind toys, the
Yeah.
car dealership ones.
What happened to this being poured the body? Let's show the garments. Them on top. Maybe it didn't like that I moved it. Although I've never had those issues. I mean, that's what it does. So this is why you want distance. Look at those legs. They're starting to collide. Where they make it into the pose without smashing into each other. Okay, it did. The thighs have really crazy contact points. And these are really like thin legs. So I don't know if this will make it make it through. But it made it into the pose. That's good.
That's
Uh,
cool. Look at that pose right there. That's pretty cool.
yeah. And then the gloves, I accidentally pulled them off. But the hand is slightly bent too. That's why it looks so weird. You just have a skin suit, so he's not going to be that interesting. I should have like tried to layer clone more stuff, but this is what we have.
You should give him like little round things around
You won't
certain parts.
you won't have that much secondary movement because he only has one layer of cloth, and I didn't sew more. I was rushing.
That's
For Olympic.
I love the word sass. I was watching Hateful Eight past week, and she uses that Damagu. So good.
Okay, let's watch this thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what the inspiration was in that Tran.
Yeah, but it doesn't have again the secondary animation, or it only has one layer of clothing. Like where you see the white cloth, that's like a dual layer. Oh man. Okay, so there that sass is not gonna work. Those legs are too close. One
They're
foot,
interpenetrating.
yeah, one foot kicked through the other foot. It's got too much penetration between the knees. We can just see what happens. This is normal for me, actually. Some of these streams where I did some other stuff, like it turned out so well, I was like, whoa, okay. The pants are coming down. The knees are colliding. So that's what happens if your mesh like knocks into the other mesh. It will usually tear the clothes. So the knee hit one of the other knees, and you could see like an issue right here. Maybe we could see the hat and the face and maybe the eyes and stuff. And these guys are big. They're really, really tall. Like how big would you say Kai is in comparison?
Half the size.
Half?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are the very picture.
Hell yeah, like look at that walk. That is amazing. That's how they have to walk.
Yeah. Well, it needs an animation cleanup to avoid the.
But if they pick berries like that, it would be so amazing.
You see that working? Like
A
literally.
100%.
I mean, what would it be like these guys just walking in the background and
Yeah,
Kot's
they're
all
just doing this, and like Cod is there, like he wants to be a warrior, and
and
he's
he's all
hanging.
sad and he's
He's all sad and shit, and he has to work with these guys. He's like, fuck this, sucks. I want to be a Jedi.
okay. So let's see how. Well, I'm surprised it didn't like fall down like completely.
100%. Look at that. That's how they have to walk.
Look at the eyes.
You see, Bobby says for sure, right? Totally. Like imagine them like picking up berries like that. Oh, it's so good.
This one has. That's actually a problem how it vibrates around the eye.
Why is that a problem?
Well, it's because the cloth is fighting. But if you don't care that the eyes,
That jiggle?
yeah, that
I love that jiggle.
that's totally like a shimmering problem. What happens with backpack?
I like, you know what? I like that the backpack is small. It looks like those like lounge fly backpacks that girls wear.
But anyway, you can see what went wrong here. So from the first animation or the first few frames,
The boots are great. If we
the
could get
boot
like
the boot kicked this one, punches it in. That's why you can't have collision. And then it came off. And it's like that's it. That's the rest of it.
say it again.
But we can get the feeling.
Hold on, let me,
Look at that underwear. So his again, that's the gray, darker gray. It's like a single layer, so it just hugs the body, and then the white filter area is what gives us interesting things. So these guys are the berry pickers.
I was hoping that there was like some dance music in the selection here.
Anyway, that's it, guys. That's what I have today. It's probably still get rid of the eye tweaking. No, Miguel says he likes it.
Let me see, maybe this one.
That's something. That style.
There you go. That's it. Do we have a winner or what? Let's see if the crowd likes it. The Netbug says he is look.
The bug approves. That's all we need.
Yeah, there we go. Look at that. That's if he's not a winner, I don't know what is.
Okay, we're done.
All right, guys.
Thank you for hanging out. I don't know. I'll probably start another character next week. I'll try to finish him up and then show you like what he looks like, and then start a new one.
I love this guy. I think he's one of the coolest characters. They have to walk in.
Yeah. These things are really important, like that we're doing on the stream. These one-offs, they're because our world is very empty, you know. So we really need these type of weird characters, and we want the world to feel a lot more fun, in somewhere where you want to visit.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. So, Netbug says thank you for this eye candy. So
That bug digs.
Netbug digs. All right, guys. So thanks so much. That is it for this week. I love this guy. I think he totally crushed it. I think, I think the little book bag and the fact that he looks like he's wearing a tank top, like like a wife beater, but a tight one, is awesome.
Yeah, but I'd give him second layers just to have the cloth moving.
I don't know. There's something really awesome about that. I'd give
Like
him the
that's-
gloves.
That is smooth right here. You don't think it would
Yeah.
look nice if this had like wrinkles?
Yeah, but very tight though. Like he's wearing like those club shirts that are like from the 90s that are like kind of see-through. You know what I mean? The tight one. I mean, it shouldn't be a see-through shirt, but it should feel like silky and like really tight on him.
It could be tight. It could also be like, yeah.
I love it.
I was gonna say a little sexy, but
Yeah, totally. No, absolutely. All right, guys. So we're getting stupid by the second. So
all right. Let's see.
later.
Bye.